Dobrý večer, přátelé, dobrý večer. Tak. Půjdeme se vrhnout opět do hraní. Tak. Jo, včera jsme vlastně ukončili to tady tím rozhovorem s tím starostou, že? A on po nás chce, aby jsme mu šli ukrát ty lejstra. Jasně. Tak se na to budeme podívat. Kde to je? Tady. Tady je zavřený ještě nějaký chudák. Budeme zjistit.
Good day. You're probably wondering what I'm doing here. Well, if you're fond of a good story, lend me your ear. I won't disappoint. I'll try to keep it short, even though I've got all the time in the world for embellishment. They're not as bad as some think, but worse than you'd imagine. I have the scars to prove it, unfortunately. I am no one of consequence, something the guards in Whitestone failed to realize. However, if you ask my father, he'd take my side. I'm a complete disappointment. Look, I'm in a cage in the middle of this town. What do you want me to say? I'm not really in a good position to talk about it right now. Sinrix, Darkvari, Zungars, and Scorias, all bastards. Not half as bad as these guards. They can't catch all of us, and we can't kill all of them. What did I do? Nothing. I just happened to bear the name Darkvari, a crime and upper-tier in these trying times. The mayor's blade seized me at the gates of Odessa. Here's the trick of it. I was leaving home, slipping free of my familial bondage. I'm no thug. I am guilty of but one crime only. Stealing a girl's heart. Her name is Hrindi Zungar, and at this very moment she waits for me with no word of my whereabouts. Please, stranger, will you help me? She is the sun that comes to warm me every morning. We met a short time ago, mere weeks, but true love has no memory of time. Yes, Zungars and Darkvari aren't exactly kin. In fact, they're sworn enemies and rivals. Imagine how powerful they'd be if they shared blood instead of spilled it.
Tomu bychom možná mohli pomoct.
I knew I liked you. From the moment I laid eyes on you through these enormous iron bars. Getting the key won't be easy. Bjorn, the head of their mercenaries, carries it on his person. I wouldn't want to be the one who has to rifle through his pockets. I've promised to rescue Hrindi from her family's life of corruption. She deserves more than a shack along the snake tail. She deserves Sky Blossom, whispers. I've been in this cage for weeks, but Hrindi will wait. We swore an oath to each other. I care not for stale poison. I doubt the Zungars and Darkvari even know why they're angry. It's an old hatred, old as the red stone. Hrindi and I want none of it. Bjorn's men are ridiculously loyal. Try to catch him alone, out of the friendly eye. If you don't, our little agreement will end up rather short-lived.
Jo, a tady jsou ještě nějaký jasan, klasika. Kastíky, který můžu brát z tabule. S ním zkusíme pokecat. Jestli ho neukecáme.
What is it? I don't like folks standing around in the center of town. It looks suspicious. They're no better than the rest of these savages. Don't let the righteousness fool you. Everyone in Whitestone is out for one person. Himself. You like the what? Hold on a moment. Repeat what you just said so I can laugh appropriately. You like the cage key. Oh, that is truly humorous.
OK. Nejdřív zkusíme přesvědčovačku.
You think so too, eh? The mayor had me do that, to set an example and keep the families in line. Steg's a good kid. A foolhardy romantic, but good. Listen, if you can get him out of here without being seen, I'll turn my back and pretend this conversation never happened. You got me?
No, a jak ho teďka dostat ven nenápadně?
Be on your guard.
Well done. Now, you've done me this one favor. Let's finish what we've started. Before I can leave this cursed desert, I need several things. First, I need to fetch the item that will finance our new life in Odessa, our nest egg. It is an heirloom that has been in the Darkvari family for generations. Then I need you to find Hrindi and bring her to me at our old meeting place in Snaketail Canyon. Please, you must do this for me. For us. Thank you.
No to je strašně nenápadný teda. Nikdo si toho nevšimnul. OK. Hezký pokládek. Asi uděláme tuhle tu srandami si nejdřív. OK. OK. Aha. To se tam nedá. Aha. Těžký. Mě to tady zaujalo. Jsem viděl, že to tady bylo obsazený těma vlkama. Tak. Jdeme se podívat na ten pokládek. Co to je zač? Máš kulo. Tohle to se stejně dá. No, kdybych to dělal ale na nějakým nižším levelu, s nějakým menším vybavením. Tak jako to, že se tady jich na mě tolik vyvalilo, jako bych z toho asi úplně velkou radost neměl. Tu prapodivné prázdno pusto. Tamhle se to asi nedalo přejít, že... Ne. Jo, takže to musím celý proběhnout. OK. Past? Aha. Tí jsem si nevšiml. Aha. Rozumím tomu pobíhání se zdviženýma rukama. To je jako, že jsou zapálený. Kvůli tomu ohýnku. Mám to zamít prozkoumat, když už jsem tady. Tam byla 100% šance, že? A zbytečně takhle přišel o jeden šperhák. Čemu to je? Fakt nevím, jestli to k něčemu je. Pozor, past. What the fuck? To určitě bude zase tam něco napsáno, že to někdo sebral. Tak a sehnatý. Doufám, že nebude nějaký jenom takový jakože pomatenec zamilovaný do nějaký ženský, která o něj nakonec nestojí. No.
Hello. You don't know me, but I've been following you. My name's Hrindi. That parchment you carry, it belongs to me, as Steg always meant it to be a wedding gift. Now, if you please, hand it over. You heard it right. There's no love lost between the families of Darkvari and Zungar. But show me a close family in Apatir, and I'll show you a gnome with a conscience. What about him? I've met hundreds of men more to my liking. Only, those men didn't have what Steg possesses. The Darkvari map. Once I learned Steg had it, I knew I had to act. I was willing to do anything. Even married the idiot.
Aha. Aha.
That's right. The fabled treasure map of the Darkvari family. With it, I can build a new life, shed my Zungar name, and start all over again. Don't ever speak my name aloud. I hate hearing it. Zungar. It's the sound of retching, of a man's skull cracking beneath a blow, Every time I hear it, I cringe. Soon I will have a new name to go with my new life.
Přesvědčovačka.
Perhaps I did, but he won't be able to care for me. He can hardly care for himself. Look how easily he was captured. Oh, but perhaps you're right. He doesn't deserve this, not from me. There are few gentle souls left in Apatir. I'd hate to kill the last. I'll face the world alone, then.
Sama?
I'll be on my way to Odessa soon enough. Couldn't have done it without you. He's a sweet boy, but young, and woefully misguided. One day he will understand, as I do, how cold the world can be. I'm doing him a favor by leaving.
To asi jo, no.
The Zungar name cuts me like a dagger. I've never been able to escape its edge. All I've ever wanted is a chance to live a life without it. Steg's love almost changed that, but I could never allow someone to get close enough to hurt me. Not after what I've been through. There's no future for me here. I've known that since I first laid eyes on the endless mine that is my family's namesake. There's more out there than Apatir.
Tak. Tak budeme oznámit nemilou zprávu. Darmo trvové. Tak kde on je? On je někde tady dole. Jo. Můžu tam hupsnout. Tak, nemám pro tebe dobrou zprávu.
You haven't laid eyes on Hrindi, have you? She is bright, graceful, like an oasis on a summer's day. I was sure she would be here. She said the stars themselves wouldn't wait as long as she would. You mean Bone Town? Not my favorite place in the world, if you couldn't tell. If the heat doesn't kill you, the guards might. What do you mean she's gone? Was her fear too great? Did she choose to stay behind? I had a feeling this would happen. In the end, I couldn't make her happy.
Ona ho to asi teda měla ráda. Ale až později.
That is a lie. You didn't know her as I did. You are a stranger in Apatir. You can keep the parchment. It is a map drafted by my grandfather. It reveals the locations of all Darkvari hordes in Apatir. I don't want it. Not anymore. What good is wealth if the one you meant to share it with is gone? What good is anything?
Tak. Mám tady hledat nebo nemám tady hledat? Už je pryč? Jo, už je pryč. Běží sem, OK. Kde je ta mapa? Tady. Mhm. Tohle je úplně o ničem. Co je tohle za blbost? Bylo jako všechno, jo? Tohle z toho. Co ta mapa zobrazovala? No jo, na mou duši. Tak, je tady někde nějaký obchodník? Smíšené zboží. Tam možná nějaký obchodník bude.
I'm at your service, friend. Take a look at the merchandise and let me know what you think.
Tak.
Come again.
No. Jo, hele, tady je ještě jeden shooter. Proč to nezmizelo? Už to zmizelo.
Tomorrow's gonna be hot.
Tohle jsem už prohlídnul, ne? Přece. Vlastně. Dobře. Pořešíme tady to pro toho starostu. Tak, už by vám mohlo stačit, ne? Tady je zároveň i nějaký obchodník. OK. Není to označený jako krádež. Klíč od starostova sídla. Mě tady na chvilku naskočila možnost, jakože útok na spřátelenou postavu.
A stranger, not a laborer by your main. An adventurer. Deserter, maybe. Gaze does not suggest you've seen war. What is needed?
Já jsem nebyl ve válce, no jo. On se ten svět jaksi asi jakože neaktualizuje. Jak zpětně se tady nedozvěděli o tom, co jsme provedli. Že máme za sebou tu bitvu velkou.
Goodbye.
What the fuck?
What is it? Can't you see I'm busy? If you're from the village, you can tell Mayor Eswin that I'm not interested in any other deals he may wish to offer. This discovery belongs to everyone, and it will not be used to further one man's agenda. I was a scholar from Otis mining interests, one of 6. 4 of the others died from exposure to poisonous fumes. And the last, he took his own life in the snaketail, filled his pockets with terrenium, and sunk like a stone. Now it's just Guyan and me, working as we did ages ago in training. It's not a bad life, although the rat meat leaves one wanting.
Moment. Ten rozhovor musíme dodělat nějak pořádně s opravenou kamerou.
Is this of any importance?
Tak.
Because what I'm doing is... It is not the only mining concern in Edessa, but it is the only one that matters. Our efficiency is legendary, as is our disregard for human life. My closest confidant, one who enjoys investigating the world's darker mysteries. He's downstairs. I let him start a laboratory there after they ejected him from Edessa. I will carry the shame of what happened here to my grave, but I will speak no more of it. My every breath is given to rectifying the mistakes that were made. Why, yes, I most certainly am. Fascinating. You seem to have stumbled upon the Commonite all on your own. Well done, my friend. Well done. If I find enough samples of this incredible resource, it may just be enough to convince Motus to return. If they do, that means Apatir has a fighting chance. Carry on with your search.
To jsou ty šutráci, co jsme tam našli.
My research suggests that the veins run beneath all of Apatir, so I would search the mines. Of course, you're the one who would confirm whether my research is accurate. Goodbye.
Jak by se vám tady hodil někdo, kdo by vám tady pomohl s úklidem? Jakože? Chceš odejít někam dopryč? To nemá tam tady žádný ten symbol krádeže? Okay. Aha. Tak, pane starosta, mám pro vás ty papíry.
What are you looking at?
Well done. I was worried the Zangar boys might give you a bit of trouble. I was right about you. I have an eye for promise, you know. Prospecting, as the locals would call it. I've noticed your weapons. I assume you know how to use them? It's a pity, but the only way to clean up Whitestone will be to get them dirty. We've received news that Adath Scoria might be hiding out with the Sinric family in their old Terrenium quarry. Get down there and take a look. See what you can see. It's the processing facility for all ore leaving Apotir. The gnomes built it soon after they completed their headquarters. The Sinric family has run it ever since. The quarry is very near, and the canyon to the south. It's the most important facility in Apotir. Not a piece of ore can be refined without it. It's a pity the Sinric family won't let anyone inside.
Okay. Tak, jsem zvědavý, jestli to bude o nějakém povídání, nebo o boji.
Hey.
Už jsme byli zcela evidentně. Jo, tady to bylo, jak tady zahodila ten dopis, že jo? No jasně. Ok, tak to moc o povídání nebude teda. Moc o povídání to nebude. Trošku jsem očekával, že se tady okolo mě vyrojí. Aha, tady nějaký pokec bude. Si šel klidně lehnout, jo?
Who are you? What are you doing all the way down here? You'd think the Cynrics would be enough to keep anyone away. What has that snake told you? That I sold him Scoria mine? I would never do such a thing. Just because he lives in the mayor's house doesn't mean he's a man of honor. Came here 6 months ago saying he was going to revitalize Whitestone. Ever since, my people have been captured or killed by his marauding hired swords. Yes, I know what you're thinking. What am I doing here? You should try living in a village where the mayor wants you dead. The miners of Apotyr know Cynric Quarry well. It's a second home to most of us, where we once extracted Tyrenium and exported it to Edessa. While I don't agree with what the Cynrics are doing to survive, I do respect their refusal to back down. I remember when my uncles brought me to see it for the first time. Not long after the gnomes hired Papa Kester to be the first of our foremen. I found it beautiful. We have mined it for decades. No new mayor is going to take from us what has been earned through sweat and heartache. Before the recent ordeal, Whitestone was more than a village. It was a community. We cared for one another. We worked through our challenges together.
Skoro vypadá jako, že pomáhám špatnému.
I was born and raised in these shafts and tunnels. The gnomes gave my people hope, only to turn their backs on us in our time of greatest need. We have no leaders here. We are a family. I speak for the miners of Scoria only because I'm tired of the treatment and I care not if I live or die. To the fires with the Darkvari, the Cynrics, and the Zungars. They chose their paths, as we did Scoria's. There is still such a thing as pride, as dignity. An agent of that snake Eswin, no doubt. You're not the first one he sent to scare me from my mine. I'll tell you what I've told the rest. That claim is Scoria property. You can kill me, but it won't matter. Politicians come and go, they follow the money. But a man protecting his land will never leave it. You tell him that. If you wish to do the right thing, and there is a right thing, meet me later. I'll be staying with allies in Whitestone. It's the last place Eswin would look. Together you and I can save Apotyr. I'm in hiding from Eswin's hired swords, men and women like you. But I can see that you're a reasonable person. Do the right thing. Come see me again.
No. Ještě kousíček to chtělo, jo. No tak jo. A když jsem tady, tak se sem možná ještě půjdu podívat. Ale... % šance na kritický úder. Škoda, že nemám obratnost. 5 zranění kritickým úderem. WTF? To vypadalo jako, že bychom mohli být skoro i přátelé. Tak na mě asi nechcete útočit. Tak co, půjdeme odhodit si rukavice někam do nějaký truhly. I boty z téhle sady. Tak. Prodáme metež, opravíme se tady a jdeme zpátky. Budeme pokecat s tím starostou. Uvidíme, co z toho vzejde.
There's roof beams to cut. I'm sorry, stranger. It seems I'm the man to get... village rebuilt. I have to get the next... Stay alert.
I'm sorry, but you've saved us. Byla. I thank you for that. Beware the forest.
Tak, zvoru zpět. Tak.
Hello.
O tom, že možná zemřeš, jestli starosta nebude nějak přátelský.
Well, you wouldn't return unless you had something to tell me, am I right? Oh, Ideth laid it out for you, did he? Should have expected that. Well, let me put it this way. The days of the family mines are over. A new order has come to Apotir. The Darkvari, Sinrix, and the Zungars. I will deal with them in time. But the Scorias, they are different. They have the people's respect, and that is powerful. Listen to me carefully. If you walk away from this, from me, you will no longer be welcome in Whitestone. So tell me, friend, are we still partners? Do you have any choice? You just wait. Without me, without Whitestone, Apotir will continue to dry up like the husk it's become. But we can stop it. We organize all the claims under single ownership, mine, and work with the gnomes to get the ore flowing again. Prosperity will return, and with it, the people.
Ne, asi ne.
This is a decision you will regret. You have my word on that.
Hey there.
You came back? I'd hoped to the heavens, but... Well, it's hard to trust hope when you've lost everything. I have a proposition for you, if you're willing to take a risk to do what's best for the people of Apotir. The reason is simple. Eswin is an outsider, yet he wishes to steal all that the people of Apotir have built, have slaved over. He has no right to this land. Don't you see? At heart, down deep beneath the finery and heavy pockets, he is a common criminal, a thug like his men.
Okay.
Go to the mine and recover a sample of Tyrenium and bring it back to me. Sounds like a simple task, doesn't it? You just wait. Take this ring. It is a Scoria family heirloom. It will help earn my cousin's trust. They guard the mine from bandits and mercenaries. It is across the trench near the empty old Motus headquarters. You'll find my cousins inside. They stay in the mine to defend it against Eswin's thugs.
Okay. No tak, když už jsem tam byl asi 1000krát, ne? Běžel jsem okolo. To fakt nemám zaznamenáno. To není tady. Jsem přítel. Niskaru? Co tady dělají Niskaru?
I'm reluctant to ask who you are. You see, we've had many visitors lately, and every one of them has meant us harm. I am Thelgud Scoria, and this is my mine. This mine is ours, so long as the Terrenium remains. Those are the terms of the deed. He can talk to Motor's mining interests in Hollowlands if he wishes to dispute it. It's been in our family for 2 generations, since the gnomes brought us down here to Apatir to build Odessa. We don't have much, but this mine is ours. A den of thieves and corruption, that's what the village has become. Travelers to the east, mercenaries prowling the streets, starving men in the mines. It's a disaster. Whitestone is not worth your time, friend. It'll bleed the life right out of you. I remember them from the booming days, when we all worked together to bring up the Terrenium. Now everyone but us has turned to the sword for work. This mine is Scoria-owned and operated, and I'm not about to let some scraggly pit pony go out saying it. Besides, we've had to shut down operations on account of the beasties, not the ones outside. These are new. A few days ago in the stope, we struck something. What came out of that hole was nothing like I'd seen. Killed most of my men. Now we can't go down there, and neither can you. So turn around and start walking.
No tak.
You know Adath? Well, you look like the kind of person he'd drag into the middle of this. Desperate. Well, it's your choice. Have a go. I'm not going to bury you.
Jo. Jdeme zjistit, co jste tady objevili. Proč tady jsou Niskaru? Nazdar, chujdej blíci, co tady děláte? Chtěl jsem na ně zakouzlit, ale ty mi nedopřejou tolik času. Prostě. si prohlídneme tohle. Tak. Další. Sakra, tady jich je. Budu muset opatrně tady. Plnou abilitku jsem mohl použít no, pozdě. A mohl jsem byl býval použít abilitku na ně. Aha, ty by se mi byly bývaly předtím asi líbily. To je tak, když člověk přeskakuje lokace. Primitivní, úplně obyčejný. Aha, zajímavý. A tady je ten velký. No tak na něj použijeme tu abilitku. Tak, pojď. No tak. Trošku jsem si tím pomohl. Ale ty kráso. Ty jsou jakože hodně zajímavý. Kdyby jsem býval neměl tyhle, tak by se mi tyhle asi líbily. Plus 20 zranění, plus 85 magů, 69 zranění zapálení. A ještě mají odolnost. Dobrý večer, Ganzi, dobrý večer. Ty jsou hezký, zákonné, že ne. Akorát, že jsou prostě na nižší úrovni. Ale kdyby jsem to byl býval tady nepřeskočil, tuhle oblast, tak s těma tyhle by mi asi nahradili ty dračí oči, co jsem měl předtím. Teďka se mi prostě bude hrát zatím stále líp tady s těma. Ale ty jsou fakt hezký. OK. No, asi si je schovám. Nebudu je prodávat. Kdybych se někdy, Bůh ví kdy, vracel do té hry třeba, tak abych to měl ulitý. Ale, a nějaký bodky. Zase z nějaký sady. Jo, to je pro kouzelníka, pro mága. Tak, leteš. Leteš. Aha, jsem očekával, že tady najdu ty vzorky. Ono nic. Ale... Tak jako zajímavé věci tady byly. Tak ne, že ne. Ještě univerzální obruby 2, to má. Ty by se mi bývaly předtím taky asi líbily. OK. Tohle to má trošku lepší číslo, ale tady ten má daleko lepší výdrž od těch věcí tady. Má... Tak, máme vzorek. My máme 2 věci, jsme dokonce našli z toho jednoho toho. No, takže si zase budeme odhodit, bych řekl. Mě zajímalo, jestli se mi takhle podaří najít nějakou kompletně celou zbroj nebo ne, teda v té hře.
I'm impressed. No one else has returned since... well, let's just say you're the first back from the mines in a long time. I'm the elder foreman of Scoria Mine. I used to work the caves of Erethel, but my cousin Athad recruited me for Motus mining. Look how well that turned out.
Tak. Páníme odsud. Opět se vrátíme. Tady to je prostě nejrychlejší k truhle. Těch míst, kde máme už vlastní barák s truhlou, je víc. Ale tady je to prostě nejrychlejší. Jsme hnedka vedle toho. Lachlano, lachlano. Ne. Ne. Ten Shepardův, ta Shepardova výbava byla jako odměna nějaký DLCčko. Ale to je zatím jediná sada, kterou mám tady takhle s celou. Tak. Zase se opravíme a prodáme metež.
What's needed now? Can't stop now. Thank you for your help with everything, but with half a town to... It's good to keep working. It reminds me that I'm still alive, that you saved us.
To bych se divil, že tam nejseš.
Keep safe.
Kam jdete? Aha, jenom tak. Nechci poznámku.
We've still a long way now. What is it that I can do for you?
Tak.
Widow spare you.
Widow spare you. Vidou. Speriu. Tak. Ale furt mi to ještě neřeklo. Co tam dělali ty Niskarů?
Hey there.
Stáváme.
You went to Scoria. I wasn't convinced anyone could survive the evils awakened there. But you've proved tougher than expected. Making the mine safe again is a task for another day. Right now we have a more dangerous challenge before us. It's time to kill the mayor of Whitestone. It's the only way. Once he's gone, I can take his place and help save Apotea for its people, not for a man who wishes to be king.
Aha, zabíjet. Třeba se půjde dát ukecat, aby vypadnul.
I imagine he sits on his makeshift throne in the mayor's cottage. Go. End his reign before it truly begins.
Řekl bych, že to nepůjde tak úplně jednoduše.
Hey there.
Pane starosto. Jestli mi to umožní, tak ta hra, tak vám dám šanci zbalit si svých 5 švestek a vypadnout odsud. Možná zemřeš.
You've come with but one intent. Please, don't take my head. I beg you.
Dokonce ho můžu zavřít? Okay.
Of course, you have my word. My life is Whitestone's for as long as it takes. Just spare me. I would go to the cage gladly. Go away.
Máš štěstí, přežil jsi.
It is time for the healing to begin. Eswin's men are mine now, and I will use them to shape a new era, one of rebirth. Your sacrifice has been great, and I will reward you for it. Take this gold and this armor, owned by my family for many generations. Be on your guard. Apotea is still a deadly place. Healing will take time, but time we have.
Okay.
I never wanted a conflict with anyone. My life has been about overcoming obstacles, not looking for them. Eswin came here on the hunt for trouble. Farewell.
Tak, ukaž zbroj, co se mi dal. Který z bleskového útlumu. Tak zajímavý určitě je, Ale tady to se mi líbí asi furt víc. Tak. Úkol dokončen.
They thought I was the liar, the one who plots. You are worse than any of us in Whitestone. Coming to this backwoods village was the worst mistake I ever made. Want some free advice? Never place your faith in a mass of illiterate, isolated rag pickers. The fools of Apathy will put an end to themselves far faster than anything could. Ha! Everyone in Whitestone believes me to be the snake. Yet it is he who has coiled himself into the seat of power. They have been warned. Go away.
Tak. Zkusíme s ním prohodit nějaký slovo. A ještě tady jsou knížky. Rovnou se berou tady nějaký knížky. Kde jsou? Budou asi vejš.
There is much work to be done here, but if we all work together, there's a chance for brighter days in Whitestone.
Okay.
Stay safe.
Jo, tady budou. Šup. Tak. Hotovo. Vyčištěno tady. Teda nemám úplně vyčištěno, ještě by se dali nabrat tamhle nějaký questy. Ale myslím, že mi to teďka takhle stačilo. Tady. Takže ještě tu knihu si půjdu znovu odhodit se. Jedna, dva, tři, čtyři. Aha. Tak. Vedlejšáky vyprázdněno. Tady máme akorát prostě ty výzvy. Jo, mám polovinu těch knih. Na výzvy za tím prdím. Ty nevím ani, jestli vůbec budu dělat. Tak jo, tak ukousneme kousíček z hlavní příběhové linky. Zase. Housilíček. Tak.
Trust me, that bard we picked up back in Melsenshire, he is not all he claims to be. There is despair. Hello. Under that Jove. If you get a chance to speak to Alof the Hunter, ask him to tell you a story. That man...
We are linked, you and I. You know what I am.
Ne, nic se nebude.
That is the knowledge that...
Jenom ti prodám vetéž. Tak. Kdyby tam měl ještě aspoň ten oheň, nebo něco. Nějakou tudlenstou. Tak by možná by stálo už za to. Takhle ještě ne.
Cannot be forgotten. Goodbye.
Tak. Jdu za nima. Odolává tomu kouzlu. Prostě. Na mou duši. Ta hra je zase rozbitá. Oh, hurá.
The strength of contempt, fear, and hate courses through the rushing veins to the very fingertips. The instruments of war are readied, light in the grip, and machinations of the gauntlets of the Fey Hunter.
No, tady byl ten, že jo? Co na mě útočil, ten jako občas se mu nenačetla ta hlava. Co teďka? Když už máme vyřešenou tu frakci, nebude to jinak? Ne, já se tam nemůžu teleportnout. Lovec a lov.
The Tuatha are on the run. Good work. Plus, it's much more pleasant here without Gadflow bellowing at me from all corners. But enough pleasantry. Are you prepared for your reunion with Ventrinio? The notes we got from Octien say that you were employed as Ventrinio's assistant in his secret laboratory. You were with him in Alabastra when you died, but the notes weren't clear on what happened. I'm sure the two of you have so much catching up to do. Very forthright of you. I'm sure he'll be very reasonable. He probably won't even ask why you're back from the dead. Just make sure he lives long enough to get us into Alabastra, and you can count on my help. He's a worm, but a useful one. Octien took quite a risk setting him up in Cluracan. Must have made a lot of deals to keep him safely hidden away. Danistar is almost perfectly defended. Ventrinio could keep an army off of its shores. Good thing we found another way there. Secret fey paths through elemental darkness? Magic like that should be closely guarded. Imagine how powerful it could be. Of course, this is bound to be informative. I'm just disappointed I never had a chance to see the original Well of Souls. I believe our new friend has a disturbing path of living shadow to offer you. By all means, be my guest.
Good luck with the gnome. Especially if you plan on killing him. Right this way, and we can walk the shadow to Danistar Island. Stand in the pool of shadow, close your eyes, and touch the tree. I'll take care of the rest. And don't open your eyes while you're moving through the shadows, no matter what you hear.
Okay.
The shadow awaits.
Se zamrknem.
I hope you're ready for this. Of course, this is bound to be informative. I'm just disappointed I never had a chance to see the original Well of Souls.
Okay.
I believe our new friend has a disturbing path of living shadow to offer you. By all means, be my guest. This island smells like death. Stay behind me. Whatever that gnome's been up to, it looks like he's made a few enemies in the process. We can all be glad you didn't turn out like those things. Just as Hughes thought, Ventrinio used the same wards from their old lab. This'll be quick. Follow me and be careful. The Laz are coming from somewhere in here.
The energy from the Well of Souls is overwhelming.
Damn it! What's wrong? And why are there so many lads?
Mám něco za sebou.
Sounds like our rat is caught in a trap. I'm sure he'd be happy to help whoever saves him.
Zbývá minimapa.
Careful, or we'll get trapped up there too. Here's where we part ways. I'll stop the lads at the stairwell. You get upstairs and retrieve Ventrinio. Shouldn't be hard to find him. Keep moving up and follow the cowardly shrieking. I'll hold this staircase. Move!
Okay. Oho, zatáhnu za tu páku a určitě otevřu tu. Myslím, že to byla past.
A new source of power? What sort of nonsense is this? If anything had come in here, my detection spells would have... Wait. Who's down there? Show yourself!
Lazové, tak. Ale. Nemám na něj sílu, ale jinak je to docela zajímavý. Tak to má stejně daleko víc schopností.
Damn it all! I don't care who you are. Get up here! That must be the key to stabilizing the well.
Furt pazvuky, někde nějaký. Kdyby to bylo někde hnedka vedle mě. Zatáhnout, nezatáhnout. Tohle, tak to je v pohodě.
This is what I get for using all those soldiers. I never should have let them keep their swords.
Co by mě zajímalo, jestli tím, že jsem zatáhnul, že jsem odemknul i tady ty. Jestli to tak bylo. Tak, pojďte. Ouch. Ježiš, nemůžeš dodělat jednu a potom teprve otočit na tu druhou.
When you get up here, try not to look directly into the well. It can be a little upsetting.
Ne, tentokrát nebudu tahat za páku. To už vidím, že kdybych zatáhnul za páku, schválně, si tam uložím. Jestli tady na mě poteče nějaká láva nebo něco. Dělám radši double save. Ne? Ne.
Damn it! Hurry! Before the whole well starts to collapse.
Se baví vlastně o té naší postavě, se kterou hrajeme v době, než zemřela. Teďka je tohle z toho. Jo. Takže my jsme teda byli nějakým jeho asistentem. A proč jsme k němu vůbec přišli? Mu pomáhat. V tom určitě něco bude zapikaného. Konec to bude o tom, že jsme byli někým nastrčený, aby jsme ho špiclovali, nebo tak. Možná. Aha, autosave. Tady se něco bude dít. Ještě si udělám jeden normální. A jeden quick. Aha, už jsme tady.
Took your time, didn't you? God damn it! Ever since the Balor was defeated, the chaos magic sent the well off its alignment. You show up, and now the Laz are... Wait. What? It's you. You're alive. But I saw you die.
Oh.
I'm Ventrinio, of course. Don't you remember me? You were my assistant here at the Well of Souls. You were going to help me change the world. But of course, that was before you died. It was terrible. You were the best assistant I ever had. Who else could have helped me get into Alabastra? Who else had that ambition? We got more than enough Prismere, but you wanted to track down the power source, even if it meant sneaking right onto Gadflow's nose. I spent days trying to recover your body, but I never expected to find you alive, or for you to return. Speaking of which, how did you return anyway?
Oh.
Of course you did. We went there to steal Prismere to power the well. And you wanted to go after the source of the Prismere itself. You went off, geared for war, sneaking into Baal itself. You damned fool! I had a better chance of bringing you back from the dead than I had of changing your mind. But I wasn't able to do either. What? That's impossible. You were attuned at this well. You've never even set foot in his lab. Ha! Hughes is a joke. He doesn't have the stomach for this work. Don't try waking the dead if you're not ready to make a few corpses, I say. But the well is coming down around us. Quick! I've got to slow the energy and shut this thing down. And don't... Oh, damn it all! Here they come! Hold them off! The Laz are here! Hold them off while I try to stop the flow of energy to the well.
Proč s nima bojuješ? Tady se o tu studnu.
Focus on the Laz! There. Perfectly safe. I think.
There you are. Get up. Get up, you miserable worm. We've got a job for you.
A job? Do you know who I am? Do you know what I do here? This is the Well of Souls, the key to everlasting life. To the hells with your job.
Of course I know who you are. And since Fulmarus Hughes has proven the well to be a success, you no longer need to continue your research.
Bah! Hughes was always afraid of getting his hands dirty. He doesn't have what it takes to unlock the real power of the well. He's nothing but a glorified school teacher, weak and undedicated. By my calculations, his well may work, but he has no way to attune anyone to it. Any success he has had is more mine than his.
That may be so, but his reluctance is how you can help us where he cannot. Get us into Alabastra. We'll take care of the rest.
Yes. I'll need an escort to secure more unrefined Prismere from Alabastra. Perhaps we can make a deal after all. Anything we can salvage? Even a piece?
Mi tady chybělo nějaký videjko.
All my work gone. Damn it all! But at least we're still alive. Once again, I triumph over death itself. Going back into Alabastra. Well, I still have a way in, but it's more dangerous now than the last time we went. I'll need more Prismere if I'm to rebuild the well. And I suppose I owe you something for saving my life. Perhaps this talisman can help you. It's a little something I salvaged from the debris. It might just help against whatever killed you the first time.
Oh.
We got in with a little help, of course. See, it's all because of Callus Dren, the defender of pride. In his house, no one can stand before him. None can even approach, unless you have my little secret. Patience, patience. You'll have it soon enough. I'm going to have to dig it out of the rubble of the tower. Go to the field of Huber, and I'll meet you there. And if you value your life, do not approach Dren. My name is Ventrinio Dessalini, and I am Professor Emeritus Abscondus of Post-Mortem Studies at the Edessa University. Of course, that was all before I began work on the Well of Souls. Such an important undertaking doesn't leave much time for other pursuits, you know. The Well of Souls is a noble project. Yes, sacrifices have been made. Laws have been broken. People have died. And they will continue to die. Don't you see? That's exactly what I'm trying to prevent. How many have died in this war? Thousands. The bodies are shoulder deep in the battlefields, but for trying to cure it, they call me a monster? We needed tremendous quantities of Prismere to fuel the well, but it's almost unheard of outside of Alabastra, so we had to sneak in to gather our own. Octien, the man lacked vision. Can you believe all he wanted was his own personal immortality machine? Such a narrow-minded goal for a Templar. Still, he wasn't squeamish about what had to be done in order to develop the well. I suppose he paid well, too, if you'd consider that any reason to pursue the sciences. You don't remember it? Well, why dredge up the past? After all, you're fine now, aren't you? You're not the type to hold a grudge, right? Okay. We were in Alabastra getting Prismere. I never thought it'd be dangerous. At least not very. Oh, don't give me that look. Accidents happen, and you can't make an omelette without leaving a few corpses. I didn't know anything about you before you worked for me. Octien hired you and told me you were a resourceful assistant. That's all I know. You didn't like talking about yourself. Actually, you didn't like much of anything. Honestly, you were a terror to be around. But you've changed. I can tell. Before you died, you would never have been this diplomatic. You probably would have knifed me for answers by now. Oh, speaking of which, You left this in your room before you died. Take it, take it.
Ale, nějaký prsten.
We were in Alabastra, and I never thought it'd be dangerous. At least, not very. Oh, don't give me that look. Accidents happen. You can't make an omelet without leaving a few corpses.
Proč to mám furt jako aktivní?
Partial successes at best. They remember how to fight, but that's about all they're good for. Name them after an old nursery rhyme. Damn things are always moaning all the time. I thought it might shut them up to give them a name.
Aha. Takže to není reference na Lazara, proto to můžou být Lazové jenom, a ne Lazarové.
A horrible, messy, ugly place. Too dark to keep bodies preserved and too hot to keep them from stinking. Oh, to be back in a cave and a tear. Fine. We were collecting Prismere and Alabastra. We needed it to power the well, of course.
Ah.
And you got a wild idea to track down the source of the power. I tried to stop you. I really did. But you decided to sneak into Amethyst, and I wasn't about to get killed along with you. I spent days trying to get your corpse back, but to no avail. Much as I hate to admit it, I should thank Hughes for succeeding where I failed. He wasn't fit to hold my crucible, much less carry on my work. He could barely even stand to cut open a warm corpse for study. I can't imagine the reason you came back in his well instead of mine. Probably some freak attunement transfer. Gadflow's got an empire built on Prismere. Think of all the power he's sitting on. And he's wasting it on swords and bows. Simple bone soldiers, easy enough for any decent mage to build and animate. They're not really alive any more than a puppet is. Dren, defender of pride. One of twin defenders, quite powerful in their homes. But did you know they were also entirely immune to each other's powers? And it seems the defender of valor quite disappeared when her house fell. Imagine how useful she would have been if she were here today. After an unfortunate incident with the Templars, Octian decided to move my work someplace a little further from the public eye. We both felt that an island in another land behind the front lines of a war might just be far enough from prying eyes. Arrogant fools, all of them. At least we could sneak past them when they were overconfident. Now that the army's at their gate, they'll be watching for us. You mean your deadly little shadow? I know her type. All smiles now, but it's just so she can get close enough to stick her knives in you.
Zase jsme se o ní nic moc nedozvěděli, ale...
I know the type. Lucky youth, peaked early, then crawled into a bottle and waited to die. I'm impressed you dragged him away from that bottle, but I wouldn't expect him to do any heavy thinking. Just go to the Field of Huber and wait for me. I'll meet you down there once I can find this damned essence. Get going.
I'll keep an eye on the
Remember,
gnome.
don't go near Dren until I get there.
Plus 12 zranění kritickým úderem magií. Nic moč. Tohle je zajímavé, ještě by to chtělo, aby to tady jakože třeba psalo, kolik jim to bude dávat poškození.
You took quite a tumble from the tower. The beacon of corruption is finally wiped from this island. Well done.
The half-dead were swarming around this tower like ants hungry for a meal.
Potom bude Alabastra, jakožto finální. Ne, ještě tady jsme nebyli. Ačkoliv tady ale není. Tady není jako žádný ten popis jenom z těch nějakých věcí, těch oblastí. Pokud nemůžu rychle cestovat. Okay. Dobrá. To je ono, že jo? On mluvil, že jsem se sem pokoušel dostat. A tady to stráží ten, kvůli kterýmu tam chcípám. On mě asi zabil taky, teda. Ne, asi, ale zcela určitě. Kdy to tam bylo? Abych se ujistil. Čeká doprava. Že to je ono. Jo, je to ono. Ne, není. To není ono. Tohle je ono. A se má mít. Takže by mě nakonec... Tak, co mi tady pěknýho řeknete?
There's got to be a way through here.
Aha.
The House of Pride practically drips with curses and enchantments, but the most powerful one is Dren himself. Any luck finding Ventrinio and his big secret? Aelin and Ventrinio together? I wouldn't turn my back on either of them, but I suppose we haven't got much choice. Speaking of trouble, here they come. This can't end here.
Sometimes one soldier can do what an entire army cannot.
You haven't tried going in there, have you? No, of course you haven't. You're still alive. This took a little longer to find than I had hoped, but it should be exactly what you need. Dren had a twin in the Summer Court, Dith the Defender of Valor. They were both entirely immune to each other's power. She faded when the House of Valor fell, but my early experiments with the Well of Souls provided a quite useful little surprise. You see, when trying to draw life energy from the ether, I captured her essence and bound it into this charm. With this, you will be immune to Dren's power.
Oh.
It's not as powerful as it used to be, and it's specific to Dren. But it'll let you face him and live. Now, be fair. Fae don't have souls as mortals do. They're a form of magic with a physical form. And I only got a little of it anyway. Just enough for a certain degree of immunity to Dren's power. It only works for one person, but it'll be enough for you to reach him. Trouble is, he'll be immune to your power as well. But I'm sure you can think of something.
Oh.
With the essence of valor, you can withstand Dren's attacks. Stop being such a child and go face him. Now, go show that defender what a little magic can do.
Proto jsem ho nebyl schopný porazit, protože...
Whatever you're planning, now is the time. Ventrinio says he has a way to defeat Dren. However he got into Alabastra before, we'll have to use it to put an end to Dren's defenses once and for all. The House of Pride is a gateway to Alabastra. Until we can find a way through it, Gadflow can send his soldiers through. Now I'm sure you have this well in hand. Good luck. You got into Alabastra once. You can do it again.
No, ale přitom jsem zemřel na poprví, ne?
I don't know what you're planning. Good luck.
Nemůžu? No tak uvidíme, co se teď stane.
Turn back or die.
Then you shall die like the others before you. I made an oath to protect my house and my homeland. No power short of death can keep me from fulfilling my duties. I know your intentions are to free my people from the Tuatha. You seem an honorable sort. You even bear the blessing of my sister. But I have sworn an oath to defend my house and homeland. I cannot let you in without a fight, and you cannot win against me. If only things could be different. If only the Tuatha were gone and my sister was back. I shall never yield.
Třeba bych asi vymyslet něco s tou hrou. Jsme si navzájem imunní.
We could fight each other until the mountains wear away, but that will aid nothing. My sister and I were chosen to protect our kind. So long as our houses stood, the Fae would never pass from this world. I in pride, and she in valor. We never imagined that our houses could crumble beneath our feet. Mortals led to the collapse of my sister's house, but with Gadflow's help, they shall not have mine. He may taint pride with his Prismere and his obscene god, but it will keep us eternal.
Oh.
I cannot yield, but if your true intent is to stop Gadflow, then perhaps there is a way my house and my honor could remain pure. If you would promise to spare the House of Pride, then we could put aside our powers and have an honest battle. Win, and your army may pass.
Oh.
I thank you. Destroy the Tuatha in my house and the hateful witch knight Myrna. Then we can be free. Now release my sister's essence, and I shall relent my own powers. Let us face each other as equals, and see who is truly worthy of victory.
Oh. Škoda, že to muselo skončit takhle.
You did it! You actually beat him! Guess I owe Ventrinio a drink. A promise is a promise, and the Witch Knights of Pride would be powerful allies to have on our side. I'll send a few soldiers along to help. Meanwhile, I'll get the other troops ready to move into Alabastra once that gate opens.
Okay.
I heard about her, but she was before my time. All I know is she was some great hero of the House of Valor. I once toasted with her comrades at a statue to her, but even the statue crumbled long ago. Dren's one of the Sentinels, isn't he? I've heard they were a pair of twins, unkillable on their homelands, protecting their people from attack. I've heard stories about Dith, the other Sentinel, from the days when the House of Valor still stood. The gate to Alabastro's still closed, and we can't open it without the House of Pride's help. Clean out the Tuatha inside, and we can move on. Get that gate open, and the army will be ready to go.
OK, tak to tady vyčistíme. Dodržíme náš slib.
With you here, we can't lose.
Tak. Up. Level up. Pozor. Tak. Tak. Tak, něco nového? Nic nového. Oho. Kůlo mají u sebe úplný. Takže by konečně něco. Kulo. Kulo. Středně těžký. Ukaž. Jo, anebo tak. To je kulo. To je taky kulo. Tak.
Halt! Parley in honor of Dren, if you would be so kind as to have a word with us.
Panoš? Okay.
I have been chosen by the remaining members of our house to speak for all. We were most honored by your intention to free us. We are in seclusion, so it's best to observe this situation without any unnecessary interference or risk to ourselves. I assure you, we will be more than happy to assist you in Alabastra. Simply carry forth and destroy Witch Knight Myrna, who has so commandeered our house, and her dreadful Prismere Chantry, of course. We are sure you'll have no problem finding her, or defeating her. We eagerly anticipate your success.
Okay. Tady bude nějaký finální boj. Pojď. Pěkně nabitou mojí tudlenstvu a belitku. A ona nestihne vůbec nic. A je to. Očekával jsem nějaký epický videjko. A nějak poslední dobou nějak se při těchto z těch bojích toho nedočkávám. Tak, bude nějaký pokec, ještě tady, s hlavním foutajblíkem.
Well done, child of dust. You've killed the immortal defender and liberated a house full of arrogant backstabbers. I should thank you for exposing the disloyal amongst my kin. But then, I have so much to thank you for.
Oh.
Pride? Their betrayal was inevitable. But soon you faced the House of Vengeance. and their loyalty to Tiernok is absolute. Pure. Instinct. The goddess of mercy awakens, and with every step you take into my homeland, she comes that much closer to walking our world and purging your kind. So, welcome to Alabastra. It shall be the death of you once more.
Tak.
We have seen our champion bested, our advantage lost, and our minds are cleared. Bravo to you, champion. House of Pride, in our ineffable wisdom, renounces the Tuatha and demands that you accept our immediate surrender. Your army is welcome here. We trust our benevolence will be well remembered should Gadflow be dethroned. We thank you kindly, and our mages have already been assisting your army in their march into Alabastra. We trust you do not object.
Oh, okay.
Most excellently spoken. You have the commanding presence of a young Aegon, who once also bore the pleasure of our august company. Allow us to welcome you to Alabastra. We trust your visit will be eventful.
Okay.
The Tuatha bred in our lands before we realized what change they truly represented. Certainly we all share a distaste for mortals, but few of us ever hunted them. Myself? Why, this one is merely the lowest ranked of our house, and yet we have been chosen as the speaker for the Fae of Pride. To us falls the honor of acting as liaison to your mortal army. Your charming, well-bred, and simply lovely army.
Rozkošnou.
How Gadflow came to command such respect is beyond even our wisest. He was little more than a jester at the Winter Court. But he said he found the voice of Tiernok, and she led him to power. And it seems he was correct. We have been gifted with so much. It's only proper that we are also immortal, so as to put our gifts to the most use. Conversely, poor children of dust have so little, but are given barely a moment to live. How kind the world is. Vengeance is such a sloppy, boorish house. Marvelous fighters, of course, but simply crude. They all feel that the world has wronged them somehow. And perhaps it did. How else would they end up in such a hateful house? As the Fae are above mortals, the House of Pride reigns above their fellow Fae, sharing our wisdom, our grace, and our humility. Prince Sidon is a Fae of noble tradition. He would never raise a hand against the High King, just as he would never bow before the Tuatha.
Okay. Tak. Tak to tu máme vyčištěno. Ne, do Alabasty ještě nepůjdu, tak nejdřív ještě vyřešíme tohle. To znamená sem. No, myslím si, že si dáme nějaký ten pokec. Tady. A potom to uložím. Pokračování bude zase příště. Těžký. Ale. Proč mě to vede sem? Už tady teda s někým nemůžu pokecat. Proč je to tady takhle rozbitý? Halo. Si mohl ušetřit tohle tu cestu. Je zvláštní, že tady už... Že tady teďka aspoň se neobjevili nějaký, já nevím, kováři, obchodníci a tak dál. Jejich místní. Jsme to tady už osvobodili.
Yes?
Tak, mrkneme tamhle do té truhly. Ještě. Naplňující kalhoty. Tak. Jo, jsou tady všichni.
The House of Pride opened its gates and welcomed us as honorary champions. They say it's simple hospitality, but I suspect we have you to thank. Now is the difficult part. We can hold Cluricon, even push a little into Alabastra, but we don't have the forces to mount a siege on Gadflow. Once the House of Pride gives their word, they'll never break it. At least, not what it looks like we're winning. Our real problem is that we can't march the army through Alabastra. Not in formation, at least. This will call for smaller groups.
Když jsme to všechno očistili a všechny porazili, tak takový bychom tam mohli napochodovat, ne?
Alabastra is a maze of valleys. Gadflow's remaining faithful would spot an army moving together, and the valleys would be the death of us. But where an army would fail, the 5 of us can triumph. If we split up, we can travel faster and catch them unaware. We will at the House of Vengeance, on Gadflow's doorstep. From there, we strike at Bale, the heart of his empire. The Fae of House Vengeance has always embraced their anger. Before Gadflow, they accepted it and controlled it. Now they wield it like a pair of swords. When mortals were welcomed into the Faelands, Vengeance already despised us as interlopers. When Gadflow declared war, they were already on his side. Now that you've driven off the Tuatha, those House of Pride fools don't even want to acknowledge they ever served Gadflow. Disgusting little turncoats. But useful ones to have on our side, as long as we keep an eye on them. That's where we'll find Gadflow, and where we'll put an end to this whole war. I hope you're ready. This time.
Už jsme tak jednou zemřeli. A předtím jsme asi taky měli pocit, že jsme možná byli ready.
I'm sure you know more about it than I do. After all, you were here last. More than you'd think. But I promise I'll explain it all to you. Maybe once Gadflow's dead.
On mi prostě nic neřekne.
I'll see you in Alabastra.
I need to talk with you, but not here. I'll find you in Alabastra.
Okay.
Gone, gutted, and good riddance to them. That'll teach them to stand on the wrong side of a war. You did kill them all, right? The frosted gem at the center of Alabastra. Full of Prismere. But now it's a lot more full of enemies than it was when we snuck in there. When you and I came to Alabastra, we were looking for the source of the Prismere's power. I never found it, but I think you did. And that's why you died.
Uh-huh.
I've put together a few facts about your death, and I think I know something grave. But not here. I don't want to cause a panic.
Okay.
I'll give them the slip and talk with you a little later.
We're not going to stop Gadflow by just standing here and chatting. The Fae in the House of Vengeance are, bar none, the fiercest, strongest, most downright unstoppable creatures in the land. Not that they have a lot to be vengeful about. After all, Gadflow was the one who started the damned war. Doesn't look like there was much of the House of Pride left to save. And I can't imagine they were happy about a mortal doing the saving, either. Vale was the seat of the Winter Court. Every bit as cold as Issa is warm. But they're both beautiful in their own ways. You should have seen Alabastra at its prime. Serene and beautiful as a sky full of stars. Lead the way. I'll meet you at the House of Vengeance. I'll see you at the House of Vengeance.
Hope you've got better luck this time, eh?
Next, we move on to Alabastra. Legend says it was where the first alliance between enemies was formed. And we Fae do so love to repeat legends, don't we? Dren is the defender of the House of Pride. He may help the Tuatha, but he doesn't serve them. The House of Vengeance was a place of fierce honor and stoic determination that made granite seem soft and fickle. But not anymore. When Gadflow rose up, he unleashed their bottled hatred and turned it against the mortals. Now, they're led by a vicious cur, more beast than Fae. House of Pride, our shining beacon. Now its light is dim and faltering, but it still stands against the darkness, as it always has. Bale, the icy heart of my people, with bridges of woven stone and ice. It sickens me to think of what Gadflow's people have done to it. The Pale Country, once the peaceful home to the Winter Court. Now Gadflow squats in her heart like a rot in the flesh. My homeland will not suffer this indignity. Together, we must extract the Tuatha, even if it means the end of my people. Death, pain, blood, and unpleasant answers.
Jo, ty odpovědi nějaký mě zajímají.
Before Gadflow's rise, he was a battered whelp of a Fae. Now, his suffering has only added to his power. I hear he keeps a stable of trolls. But I can't be sure if they're his pets or his lovers.
Tak. Tak objevíme nějakou první vesnici, nebo něco?
Welcome to Alabastra, hero. I'm no proper nature guy, but you see that wall up there, jutting beyond the height of that bridge? I heard a legend as a boy that said it's made of ice of pure winter, and it never melts. Beautiful, and a bit terrifying.
Tady jsou obchodníci. Výborně. Tak. A nějaký vedlejšáky se tady ještě budou dát nabrat. Řekl bych, že jsme v poslední, finální oblasti teda.
Hey, you're the hero of Melsenshire. I've heard all about you. Private Eyeless Ilva at your service. Don't have much for supplies, but you're welcome to them.
Tak.
I like where I am and what I do, and I have no interest in changing. Made the mistake of changing things once, but one can always change things back. Huh. We've survived 2 night raids, but we lost our healer and our weaponsmith in the confusion. And don't even mention the mercenaries. I'm skilled with a bow, but not enough to defeat an entire band of Tuatha, and there aren't many others who can fight.
Trošku mi tady chybí ten, no. Nějaký kovář.
Hello. Praise Lyria! I thought you'd never arrive. Welcome to Camp Moondown. Are you with Captain Ancilla's company? Anella Saf is one of ours, though she doesn't act like it. Her work makes up for her personality.
Tohle to bych určitě neřekl.
It's refreshing to find a person who loves what they do so much. I heard he was promoted once, but then found a way to get demoted. Anyhow, Ilva's a good man, and merchant too. Feel free to ask him if you need to buy something. It took more deaths than I wished to admit to secure the pass between Chloricon and Alabastra. Now that it belongs to the Alfar, we intend to hold it. Moondown is the best position in the valley. If it falls, we fall with it. His name is Colm, added to our outfit in Melsenshire after our previous healer was, I'll spare you the details. The war is not what I expected. I missed the Battle of Melsenshire. Only action I've seen until now has been escorting healers and weaponsmiths. I'm no warrior. I'm an Alfar noble turned bodyguard. Even more self-absorbed than a knave of pride over there. Ancilla was ordered to bring his men to reinforce Moondown, but he hasn't come. We need soldiers, not heroes. Without help, we won't last long on this ridge. Still, any help is something. Will you lend a hand? Our commander and his Ariad rushed ahead to Shadow Pass, and the enemy moved in to divide us. Most of us left behind are dead, and the wounded might as well be. Each Tuatha attack is bigger, more brutal than the last. We need fresh sword arms, lots of them. Thank you. Without you, we could not... No! That's a Tuatha now! Come! Goodbye.
Oh, útok.
That should give you a taste of what we've been up against. Tuatha see this camp as sacrilege. Thank you for your help. The tales of your courage are true. Trav pushed through it, along with Camp Moondown, without a look back. Once the Ariad surged ahead, Moondown was left vulnerable and Tuatha attacked our camp. That I don't know. Fate has thrown so much hardship our way. Tuatha took our healer. The weaponsmith ran off. The mercenaries deserted us when the gold ran out. They're camped on the land bridge to the south, but they're not going anywhere while the Tuatha hold Shadow Pass. If you rescue Colm, our injured could fight again, and we might stand a chance. Raiders seized him 2 nights ago. It was dark, but I'm certain I saw them head to Glass Pillar Caves. somewhere in the depths of Glass Pillar Caves, a cavern to the east, off the Cluricon Road. Goodbye.
Tak. Ještě sebereme tohle z toho.
Hello, mortal. I am the knave of pride. Wait a moment. The hero of Melson Shear. Here to offer your services. You have impeccable timing. I have some Bulgans that need to be disposed of. I was sent to Camp Moondown to help assess the situation. There are greater things at stake. I'm just looking to move on by completing these menial tasks, or having someone complete them for me. I hear she has little experience, but I have better things to do than chat with or about those beneath me.
Já ti dám podřadný rasy.
They're everywhere. Big red faces. The stuff of nightmares. The Bulgan masters use them as foot soldiers when they can. They compelled the Bulgan to fight. If you're in the mood, locate these Bulgan masters. Shouldn't be too difficult for the hero of Melson Shear. Well, get to work then, hero. And come see me once you've thwarted the threat. Not sure, but they're about. Always seem to turn up whenever we're desperately clinging to life. It's a lovely arrangement.
Okay.
They're a special breed of mage. Real nasty. The Bulgan masters control the Bulgans, hence the name. Goodbye.
Tak. No. To budou moje úkoly. Na příště. Nejdřív si vezmeme tady ty vedlejšáky. Jo, tady bude ta jeskyně, vysvobodíme toho léčitele, potom vyřešíme to druhý a potom uvidíme, co dál. Jestli zase už se vrhneme teda po té hlavní dějové lince a řekl bych, že už jsme opravdu kousíček před finále, pokud jde o tu hlavní dějovou linku. No, tak jo. Ale ukládačka. Ještě jedna ukládačka a tady to zabalím. Takže přátelé, já vám děkuji za návštěvu. Přeju vám krásnou dobrou noc. Akorát půlnoc bude za chviličku. A uvidíme se teda zítra zase v nějakým standardním 8. 9. čase. Pro teď je to všechno. Mějte se hezky, dobrou noc. A zítra večer zase. Ahoj.